one of the greatest gifts we can receive in life is the experience of a mutually supportive and loving relationship. The kind of relationships we cultivate as adults often stem from the kinds of relationships we see be modeled for us as children. Today, I will share 2 foundations with you that will help you create and attract healthy and loving relationships. I will also share an action meditation process you can do to help you move in this direction more easily. The first foundation to creating a healthy and loving relationship is to recognize that every relationship we have with someone is a direct reflection of the kind of relationship we have with ourselves. This can be hard to accept, especially if we keep experiencing relationships that are challenging and unhealthy. It's not easy to take responsibility for the unhealthy relationships we are creating and attracting because it's much easier to put the blame on other people. However, taking full responsibility of how relationships are showing up in our lives from the perspective that it's a direct result of the kind of relationship we have with ourselves can be liberating and empowering because it offers us feedback as to how we can work on and strengthen the relationship with ourselves. The relationship we have with ourselves is the most important and impactful relationship we can have with anyone because it sets the tone for what kind of reality we create for ourselves, whether it be in our personal or professional lives. See, most of us are not taught as children how to intentionally create a healthy and loving relationship with ourselves. There was no universal manual that our parents were able to access or teachers were able to refer to help guide us. When we are not taught to have a loving and healthy relationship with ourselves as children, most of us begin to develop a sense of insecurity and instability that often plays itself out later as an adult. The amazing news is that we can start showing up for ourselves right now and choose to give ourselves the love, the care, kindness, compassion, and support we've always thought we needed from others. From this space, we can become clear enough to recognize that all of our current relationships are just reflections and opportunities to help us see if there's a little more refinement that can happen with the relationship that we have with ourselves. So from this space, all relationships are a blessing, even the challenging ones. The second foundation to creating a healthy and loving relationship is to release any control of how they should be and look like. Controlling a relationship can look like jealousy, not telling the truth, competition, hiding things, anger, resentment, mood swings, and the list goes on. When someone tries to control a relationship or another person in a relationship, this is a clear indicator that the person doing the controlling is distracting themselves from doing the work to healing their own relationship with themselves. Their mind might make them believe that it has to do with the other person, but it never is about the other person. If you have a propensity to always need to be in control, this is because on some level, you don't feel safe in your own being. This can often stem from childhood trauma. So knowing this, rather than be hard on ourselves, finding an opportunity to cultivate kindness, love, and compassion for ourselves will be greatly beneficial. This will help our mind start to feel safe around us. When the mind feels safe with us, it becomes much more open to receiving the full blessings life has to offer. And from here, the mind is able to trust you and not need to always be in control. So this feels like a great time to share a meditation with you that can help you move out of needing to be in control and helping you open yourself up to wonderful and healthy relationships. So I'm going to invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, just feeling that oxygen entering your body. As you exhale, feel yourself relaxing into the object that you're sitting or laying on, just letting yourself fully be supported by that object. Good. Let's take another deep breath in and release. Good. And one more. Breathing in and release. So let's begin by reflecting on a relationship that may not have been as smooth and enjoyable as you would have liked it to be. Just observe any feelings, any thoughts that come up when you think about that relationship. And I'll go ahead and just give you some time to do that now. If any judgments come up, thank them for trying to protect you the best way they know how. And send that part of you that wants to be in judgment and in blame, whether it's towards yourself or others, send them love and compassion. The way we do this is we see ourselves embracing and lovingly holding that part of ourselves, the part of us that wants to be in judgment. We hold them as a loving mother would their child. So I'm going to invite you to go ahead and envision that now. Envision yourself holding that part of you that wants to be in judgment and blame. Hold them in your arms and just be that loving, compassionate presence for them now. This part of you that was in judgment was ultimately wanting your love and your attention. Although they may have thought that it needed to come from other people, what they really needed was you. And now you get to be doing that for yourself. You get to show up for yourself. You are who you have been searching for. This is it. Sometimes the mind will think that maybe that's boring or that's not exciting enough. But the thing is, when we show up for ourselves, then we can create and set the tone for the world to show up for us the way that we are showing up for ourselves. Let's breathe that in. And just holding that part of you in your arms. Just letting them know that all is okay, all is well, that you love them no matter what. Just be with that for a little longer. And take as long as you need until you start to feel a release. You start to feel a softening in your body, in your emotions. And when that does start to happen, just thank your mind and thank your body for giving you this opportunity to create this healing experience for yourself, where you get to start showing up for yourself, where you get to start loving yourself. This is you loving yourself. Life gets so busy sometimes and we just are always on the go. We forget to show up for ourselves in this way. So if you're feeling any resentments and sadness and pain and suffering or anything like that come up, check in to see if it's a call for you to show up for yourself more. Now think about the relationship with the other person and thank them for showing up in the ways that they did to teach you how to come back to yourself in this way. From here, we can have compassion for them because they were just playing the perfect part in teaching you how to love and care for yourself even more. no matter how challenging that relationship was, if you're willing, it can be a blessing to bring you back to yourself. So let's take a deep breath in and release. Good. Gently opening your eyes, getting back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take another deep breath in and release. And that's it. Give yourself a big hug. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so proud of you. I invite you to watch this video and work with this process over the coming weeks to help anchor deep healing so that your relationships with yourself and with others can heal and thrive. And if this helped you in any way, please share this video with your friends and soul tribe so that they too can feel supported and know that they can create wonderful and healthy relationships. With that being said, I am so grateful for you. Until next time, have a miraculous day. Hey, my friend, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a miraculous day.